Hello everybody and welcome to my Far Cry 4 top, my top. These are just my personal ideas. These aren't real DLCs, but my personal ideas for DLCs that can come for Far Cry 4. Because Far Cry 4 is not out yet, but it's coming very soon. I cannot wait. And here are some of my top 11 ideas for DLCs that they can make for Far Cry 4 with what we know about Far Cry 4 so far. So coming in at number 11, these are worst to greatest in my opinion, some mythical weapons. I think this would be really cool. We could see alien ray guns, these kind of cool looking bows, maybe even some melee weapons. I don't really know how they'd implement that into the game, but just some pretty cool stuff along the lines of that. Alright, now let's go on to number 10. You see this guy in a wingsuit right here? Well, we know that they're bringing back the wingsuit, because in the trailer he says using your wingsuit might be the only possible choice you have when jumping off of the mountains and stuff, but upgrades to the wingsuit, stuff like guns you could shoot from your wingsuit maybe, I don't know, razors, fire, stuff along the lines of that. Alright, number 9, more animals. Yeah, they're giving us elephants and honey badgers and all that other kind of cool stuff. But another more variety of animals, more animals, giraffes, zebras, random things that you wouldn't usually find in the Himalayas. It'd be pretty cool to just see random animals walking around. Alright, now let's go on to number 8. We have more map. Now, I'm not saying an island, because we're up here in the Himalayas. An island would be kind of cool, though, in the Himalayas. But just another little area to visit. Another little section of the map that we can visit, with more bases, more enemy bases to take over once players have finished the game, just to keep them continuing playing the game. Alright, let's go on to number 7. The tattoos, or tattoos as I call them, and so does everybody in America. But, so, I don't know if they're bringing back the tattoo system in Far Cry 4. If they are, cool. If they aren't, then here's a DLC to bring them back. Seeing the main protagonist of Far Cry 4 experiencing tattoos grow on his arm after he's finished his journey in the main story would be pretty interesting, because we see a lot of magical stuff going on in the trailers. And if there is already a tattoo system in the game, then bringing back some of the tattoos from Far Cry 3 that didn't make it to Far Cry 4, or were changed in Far Cry 4, could be pretty cool to give a little nostalgia to some of the old players of Far Cry 3. Alright, even though that game's not too old. Now we're at number 6, aren't we? Number 6. Ubisoft Weapon Pack. Now this would be a whole pack, and it'd be full of different Ubisoft game weapons. As you can see, you're looking at the Assassin's Creed Tomahawk. And Assassin's Creed Tomahawk, somehow if they can input the game, the phone from the Watch Dogs game, somehow if they can make that work, that'd be pretty cool. So on and so on from different Ubisoft games. Alright, so then we're at number 5. I think. A U.S. Army campaign. Now, we obviously are dealing with terrorists in this new game, so if the main character does not wipe out all the terrorists, or if some get away, or if there's still some left over in the main story, a DLC letting you play as an unnamed silent protagonist of a U.S. military soldier, going in, running and gunning. This is in a very stealthy DLC pack. Would be kind of cool, even though I love stealth in video games, but kind of just for more of the shooty players, you know, who just want to go shoot everything, and just shooting a bunch of terrorists would be pretty cool for Far Cry 4. Alright, now let's go on to number 4. Elephants. Now, of course I know that there are elephants in the game, but, Elephant Racing as a mini game against different islanders and stuff, even an online thing if they have something like that. But if Elephant Racing is already a mini game, then congratulations, Ubisoft, you are very smart. If it's not, what are you doing with your life, Ubisoft? You need to get on this right now. DLC Elephant Races. Let's go on to number 3. Bam. What you're looking at here is a Google time machine, something that doesn't exist, but a time machine mod, DLC. That would be awesome. We've seen the future with Blood Dragon going in with our awesome neon bow and pew pew. You know how that sound when it hits somebody? Yeah, that's awesome. But you know, we've already seen a lot of Far Cry Blood Dragon, and I didn't really like the protagonist Rex. And I was thinking of putting Blood Dragon Part 2 here just because of how cool it was, but I decided on the past instead of the future. We've already seen how there's going to be a World War II gun, so just going into the past and exploring the past with our main protagonist could be awesome. Woo! And here we go, right here. This right here is Ferrari. This could be like the a Ferrari DLC, where just look at that Ferrari. Hold on a second. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm sorry, I took a long pause there. It's just so beautiful. But anyways, so what we could do is like a DLC where you have Ferraris and Bugattis and amazingly fast, nice cars in the actual game. You know, that'd be just pretty cool to have something like that. All right, go down. Boop, 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 boop. All right, and where are we at? We're at number 2, aren't we? Oh, this is pretty crazy. Bam! It's the island again. What, you might be thinking? Well, let me explain. Instead of another part of the map this time, maybe planes, a plane mod that could fly you to islands and fly you to other sections totally different than the Himalayas. How cool would that be? And our number 1 grand reveal for a DLC that I want so very bad, bam, a Voss DLC. Those of you who think he died in Far Cry 3, you are sorely mistaken, my friends. Oh my god, a Voss DLC? Can you imagine how much awesome that would be? He's like in an insane asylum and then he breaks out and you get to play as him. That'd be awesome. And would be even awesomer if they included my soldier mod from earlier, mod DLC from earlier, where you're playing as unnamed protagonist, silent protagonist soldier, and he like works at a military base with an insane asylum, and then when that DLC's over, another DLC starts, and you're Voss, and you break out of that insane asylum. My ideas go on and on and on. Goodbye, YouTube.